What's up, guys? It's Josh back with SobrietyWoD. Thanks for being here again. So this lesson we titled Distance to Empty, or Distance Till Empty. And the reason is, so where this kind of thought came about, the other day we were on our way home from Colorado and we got Alex a new car so we could get rid of some stuff. And we were trying to learn it and figure it out, and it has one of those cool little gauges on it that tells you like how many miles you have left to go, right? So I hate taking the interstate. I like to try to find like cut-throughs and highways that's a little more scenic. Even though it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, we were on one of those pieces that kind of diagonally attach two different interstates together. And so we had about 70 miles left. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Alex is sleeping, and it says 72 miles till empty. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start looking for a gas station. Driving, no gas station. We finally get to the turnoff where it connects to a different road, and it says 20 miles till empty. Well, we're like the middle of Texas. There's nothing anywhere. And like I said, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Alex is sleeping. I'm bloodshot eyes. We're trying to make it. And I looked at her and I woke her up and I was like, we need to find a gas station. So she pulls up the phone. Nearest gas station is 30 miles. Like, okay. So we got 20 miles left. We got to get 30 miles. And I immediately switch into super efficiency mode. So we throw the car, it's got like the little slap shifter thing, the little where you can choose the gear. So we put it in 6th gear. Now luckily we were going downhill, I don't know how, but from where we were, almost everything was downhill, and we'd ride back up a hill and then downhill, and I just stayed in 6th gear and try to feather it as lightly as possible. So the miles are counting down. In the meantime, this Jeep swerves around in front of us. A semi truck almost ran over him. He's like peeling out in the road at like 75 miles an hour. Alex is freaking out. We're down to like 6 miles till empty. We keep coming up on more hills. Like there's not even a house, and there's no gas station, there's no city. The sign's like 10 miles to the nearest city. And so we just keep on going. We hit 0 miles and I was like, let's hope this thing has like another 10 miles in it. Like I don't know how it's gonna stretch out or how this is gonna happen, but it's really all we could do. Otherwise we would be camping out on the side of the road. So we keep feathering it, man, and sure enough, we turn. We got 6 miles left to go to this town. We've been on 0 for 4 miles now, and we finally pull up at the gas station, and we start celebrating and everything, and the gas pump's off. So it could have been really bad, but we ended up just going across the street to the other gas station, and somehow we made it. And I was like thinking all at the same time, I was like, if there's one thing that addicts and alcoholics know about, is their distance till empty. And you probably know what I'm talking about. So I used to know, even though I was like oblivious to everything else going on in my life, I knew I had 13 16-ounce beers left in my refrigerator, and I knew whether that was gonna last me the rest of the evening or if I was gonna have to go get some more. And we used to call it like beer math. And it's kind of the same thing with really any substance. Like exactly how much you have left, exactly how much you need, when you need to start thinking about getting some more. And it's kind of funny how like when I first get my supply or whatever, I'm just knocking them back like there's no tomorrow, like I'm in heaven. And then when I get down to like those last 5 or 6, like I go into straight efficiency mode. So like I'm drinking a half at a time and I'm trying to stretch it out as long as possible. And I just thought it was a funny correlation between sort of how life works out and then what happens when we start to realize that we're kind of getting to the end. And I just wanted y'all to have like a fun discussion, nothing all serious and stuff, but if that was you, if that's something that you had experience with, we're going to tie it in a second, but if that's something you had experience with where you used to be able to know exactly how much you had left or how much you were going to need to make it to where you needed to be, or how much it took you to get where you needed to be and how long that was going to last for, if that's something that we have in common. So you guys take a second, y'all tell some stories, laugh at each other, and that's part of what makes this thing bearable, and then we'll be right back with the second half.